Welcome to TNT. This week, Wally Dallenbeck gets the rare troubled animal permit in Africa, which means he's hunting the majestic Cape buffalo. This is TNT.
TNT Outdoor Explosion is brought to you by Dead Downwind. Real science, real results, not just luck. HuntingTrophy.com. Logistic experts. Bear Motor Company, serving outdoorsmen for 30 years. ESP Electronic Shooters Protection. Ghost Powder, bring out the ghost. Zero Bug Zone, chemical and odor-free insect protection. Farm Country, 33 years and experience matters. Bass Pro Shops, the best in hunting, fishing, and outdoor products.
Well, while Wally was in Africa hunting with his family, he was approached about a troubled buffalo permit, which essentially means there is a buffalo in the area that has been doing a lot of damage. And this particular buffalo had actually damaged vehicles and even killed a person.
This is from the bull today. What else has he tore up?
4 Land Cruisers.
4 Land Cruisers.
But 3 Land Rovers. 3 Land Rovers, Game Goose. 1 front end loader. 1 excavator and a grader and a tractor.
So anything that went around him?
Anything. We try to clear the roads for you.
Yeah.
And we sent the bull. I've got a rubber tire bulldozer. And we couldn't do it because he was going to kill himself against the bulldozer. I mean, he doesn't. And he chased all.
You know, I've been asked a number of times what makes animals just basically go crazy, like the buffalo in this case. And there's been elephants, there's been other animals that seem like they flip a switch and mentally they just go crazy and want to kill and hurt everything. I don't honestly know the answer to that. I'm not sure anybody really does. But at the end of the day, when something like that happens and someone's lives have been taken because of this animal, it's our ethical responsibility or duty as hunters to try to eliminate that animal so that nobody else gets hurt. Well, once they got to the property where the troubled buffalo was, Wally got his gun sighted in and they headed out. Once they were on the property, they started to look for this buffalo from the truck. And the reason they did that is because they had a lot of ground to cover, but they knew what this buffalo looked like. Well, they saw a group of cows up ahead of them, and they knew what this buffalo looked like, but they weren't sure if the bull was in with those cows. But as they got closer, they quickly realized it was him. Not only could they tell by his markings, but he actually charged the vehicle. Well, they backed out and went on foot after this buffalo because that was going to be their best chance of getting into gun range.
You're preaching to the choir, buddy. You've been there before. What they're going to do is they'll probably go until they get to the end. Go to turn because the wind is blowing. They never turn. Well, we got enough people right now blocking it and all that stuff. So I mean, if you're okay to still walk, we'll take it to the far end there and see. How far is that? Yeah, it's away. It's like out of. Okay.
Unfortunately, as buffalo hunting goes, you can track and track and track, and you can be on the tracks, but at the end of the day, when the sun goes down, it's time to call it quits and start again in the morning.
What's happened is this buffalo here is apparently it's killed one of the farm workers, and they got a hold of us about a week ago to try and come out and dispatch this thing and get rid of the problem. But it what seemed to be an easy exercise here has turned into quite a mission. We chased it around all day yesterday, and it did show a little bit of aggression and came for us, but we couldn't get set up properly for the shot on the animal. and we had to spend the night. And we're taking it up again this morning, but.
And we ran into somebody last night as we were pulling into town, and Wayne had a chat with, it was anti-poaching patrol.
Anti-poaching, and he pulled up to our truck and he said, well, has Hitler gone down? And I didn't quite know what he was talking about until he explained that apparently in this town, this buffalo's nickname is Hitler because of his attitude and the fact that he's chasing everybody around.
It's a great name.
Yeah.
So when we told him that we're struggling to get him, he was, I think his mouth actually dropped open because he couldn't understand how come this thing that's charging everybody and chasing everybody around is now sort of hiding.
And we just drug the road. The guys drug the road to see if the buffalo have crossed. We tried to push him out. We believe they crossed out that way. So yeah, we're gonna stay on him until we get him. But he's a nice big. He's probably the biggest bodied buffalo I've ever seen in my life. And you guys are around this stuff a lot more than I am. But he is a tank.
Yeah. Now we will get him. We just got to stay on it. That's all.
Yeah.
He'll make a mistake sooner or later.
It should be quite interesting, quite exciting.
Okay, let's give it another go, I think.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yep. That bull's been giving us the runaround. We never really got a shot at him. Got a good look at him. He's a monster. He's pretty smart, but he's a good bull. He's a bull worth going after. But they kind of know we're on to him right now, so they're giving us the run. So we came around, we sweep the roads, all the roads earlier, and our tractor went up ahead to see if the bull came down off this hill and crossed the road into the creek down there. So hopefully Witness will cut his tracks. The wind's perfect right now.
Yeah. Okay. Walk down. And we'll turn right and go
Just
in.
the bull?
Yeah.
Yes,
Just
it's
the
the
bull
bull by
by
himself.
himself.
Yes,
Okay.
He's laying in the river.
yes.
Well, once they did pick up tracks again, as they were following this track, it was pretty evident that this wild bull had essentially split from the herd, and he was heading towards a pretty thick riverbed, but Wally knew that this was going to be his best chance to get a shot. Well, they had snuck up to the real thick part of the river, and they could just see the silhouette of the buffalo laying down. But what happens next was surely to get Wally's blood pumping.
Well done. That is a bruiser.
Yeah. Hitler is done. Hitler's down.
Well, as Wally got close, they pretty much expected that this bull was going to charge based upon the history. And sure enough, here came the buffalo at full speed. But luckily, while it was charging, Wally was able to put in a great first shot, changing its direction, and then a follow-up shot in the water dropped him in his tracks. Excellent shooting by Wally.
So here he lies. We got a bunch of help coming back to try to get this thing out of here, and we'll get some beauty shots of him and everything. But this actually was kind of a treat, really. Although it was bad circumstances. I'm with the Horo to shoot Cape Buffalo over at some of their areas, and we got a visitor that said that they had a problem buffalo that they wanted to get taken care of, and it doesn't get any better than that. Having a buffalo come screaming out of the river and the trees at us
At about 10 yards.
and you never know how you're going to hold up. But I'll tell you what, that was cool.
You did a hell of a good job.
That was
Yep.
awesome. We chased this buffalo around, and he was with cows, and then he would take off, and we would get on him, and we would get within 30, 40 yards, but it was so thick, those go-away birds or the wind or something always busted us. So we worked pretty hard for this animal right here. But he's an incredible. I've hunted buffalo for many, many, many years. I've never seen a buffalo body this size.
Quite this big. This is a monster. It is an absolute brute.
Witness followed those tracks, and he knew he was in the river. We didn't know exactly where he was, but we knew he was in this creek bed somewhere. And we actually kind of walked up on him. It was pretty unexpected that we walked basically on top of him.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah. So
we bumped him at about less than 20 yards. You shot him at about 10.
yeah, and fortunately he was in deep water, and we were up on the hill. But thanks, you and Wayne and Witness did a great job, and this is going to be this is a trophy of a lifetime, especially since he's been not too kind.
Chasing people around.
Thank you, buddy.
Thanks for hunting
Appreciate it.
with us.
Oh, that was
Really
a lot of
appreciate
fun.
it.
That was what buffalo hunting is all about
Enjoyed it
right
hunting,
there.
Yeah, very much.
Absolutely. Very cool.
Ooh, now let's get this guy out of here.
Yeah. Help!
If you are interested in hunting with Noro Safaris, go to gunhook.com and click Wally's Picks. Well, congratulations to Wally. That was a beautiful buffalo, and anytime you come across those troubled animal permits, you have to do what you can to help as a hunter. So if you'd like to find out more information about the outfitters or sponsors seen on the show, be sure and check our website at tntoutdoorexplosion.com, or be sure and check out our Facebook page at facebook.com/TNT Outdoor Explosion. Hey folks, thanks for watching this week, and until next week, do what you love and share it with your family.
Closed captioning was brought to you by ESP Electronic Shooters Protection. TNT Outdoor Explosion is brought to you by Dead downwind. Real science, real results, not just luck. HuntingTrophy.com. Logistic experts. Bear Motor Company, serving outdoorsmen for 30 years. ESP Electronic Shooters Protection. Ghost Powder, bring out the ghost. Zero Bug Zone, chemical and odor-free insect protection. Farm Country, 33 years and experience matters. Bass Pro Shops, the best in hunting, fishing, and outdoor products.
Animal permit in Africa and chases the majestic buffalo. I got a hit. Screwed me up.
The place, the weather's great. It was actually pretty cold this morning, which I have no problem with, because usually when I come out here it's 100 degrees. So I dressed for the part. As you can see, these guys didn't.
Like what you saw. It's kind of hard to fish and talk at the same time.